This is the day of my sister-in-law's stories.
Oh,
It's nice because she sent me two, so
okay.
it fits perfectly.
All right.
If you like hearing Michelle's stories, because everyone does,
I do.
and I'm contractually obligated to, all you have to do is listen to This Is True Really News. Now, while you're listening, you go, hey, that's hideously bad. What am I doing here?
Mm-hmm.
While you're doing that, click like, subscribe, and follow. I know that doesn't make sense right up front, but honestly,
Neither
for us,
do
it's
we.
a good thing.
Yeah.
So let's be honest. You're taking one for our team.
And
Whether
our
you
team
love us-
needs it.
Our team needs a lot.
We need a lot of liking and
Yeah.
subscribing because, we really ticked off YouTube.
Yeah. So like, subscribe, and follow us. If you've got a comment, you can leave it wherever you found us, which is generally the gutter outside Bodrow's. You realize somebody's going to Google that and go, I can't find anything.
It's in St.
or-
Cloud, Minnesota, USA.
If you have a longer comment, question, conundrum, or snark, thouist can leave that at TITR dot.
TITR at.
Or at netradio.network.
Very
Why
well.
is that so hard? Shouldn't be that difficult. Shut
Is it
up, you
'cause-
stupid zebra.
Is it because we're dumb?
Yes.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
A woman.
Wait, can we say dumb?
Yeah, I think we can say dumb because that isn't violent.
Damn good thing. I could have been talking about Hoover.
Yes, you could have been. Well, then,
Hoover, that's it.
yeah. Hoover, good
God,
thing.
Hoover that.
Deity Hoover that, please.
Yeah, see, I don't. Oh, this is going to take a minute. I should
Ooh,
be
we
writing
could go
these
with-
down.
We could go with Grand Coulee. Maybe Hoover's better.
The Grand Coulee Hoover?
No, because there's a Grand Coulee Dam.
Hoover the Grand Coulee.
No, come on.
Oh, Hoover works. You're right.
Hoover's good. A woman, we'll call her Kay,
What
bought
are we
her,
using Hoover for now?
to replace it for the
Other word.
okay.
Yeah.
A woman, we'll call her Kay, bought her first house at the age of 26 and lived there with her two kids. Now,
Good for her.
you can imagine she was working a lot, about 80 or 90 hours per week.
Give or take.
Yeah. She sometimes spent a few
You
nights
have to be give because you can't work many more than that without.
right. She sometimes spent a few nights at her parents' home when they assisted her with childcare, which is great. And thank you, folks, for helping her out.
Parents rock.
Because of this, Kay and the kids could
Can I
be
say
out of the
rock?
house. Yes.
Okay.
Kids could be out of the house for 11 or 12 hours a day, sometimes longer.
Okay.
But on one occasion, after spending the night at her parents' place, she returned to her own residence around 9 a.m., decided to take a nap. She undressed and hopped into bed. That's
Uh-oh.
when she began hearing unusual noises. I hear a noise, and I was like,
You ever notice you never hop into bed naked and hear usual noises?
yeah, right. It's just the usual noises.
Yep.
She said to herself, this must be a mouse. Then she heard it again. She leans over the side of the bed only to see blue jeans and black socks sticking out from underneath it.
Is there anyone in the blue jeans and black socks?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
As one does, Kay screamed and rushed out of her home, jumped in her car, and promptly called the police. While she was on the call, she caught sight of the man leaving. I see the guy I hired to mow my lawn come walking out the front door.
Well,
He simply put his shoes on and started walking down the street.
what else really would you do?
After the police arrived and walked Kay through the house, she noticed several details, including used dishes and missing items.
Well, I was okay till the missing items. part.
This suggested the man had been living there for some time. He admitted to having been living in the house for 4 months. He was breaking in when she was gone and was using the shower, playing the kids' PlayStation, and eating the food.
So, like his mom's basement.
Right. Police confirmed the man was unhoused, and when they searched his lawnmower, Well, this is
They don't know where to go first,
Britain.
unhoused or
Yeah.
searching the lawnmower.
They searched his lawnmower, found pairs of underwear belonging to Kay and several other women. I'm wondering how he got the lawnmower in the house.
I'm wondering why they weren't shredded.
See?
Questions?
Yeah.
Michelle Finucci, story one.
All right.
Because she lives in Colorado, she finds these. Although the next story is from Florida, and she found that too. A legal battle over the rights of heffalumps, but not woozles. Elephants.
Elephants. Okay.
Will be up to, don't say
Which is a
elephants.
euphemism for shuffling off the mortal coil?
Is it? No, these are really elephants. That's right. Heffalumps and woozles would be referring to something.
Untimely.
Yeah.
Okay.
A legal battle over the rights of elephants, the gray ones with the trunk, will be up to justices of the Colorado Supreme Court. This does not instill confidence. Either way, the law, I know, what rights does a heffalump have?
Gee, huh.
And who the very warm spot, who the Palm Springs would want to defend a heffalump?
Ooh, the Tijuana.
How many lawyers? Well, can we say lawyers?
And we can't even talk about pushing up the Daisies Valley anymore.
Well, now you did. Thanks.
Well, I didn't say that.
I know. The lawsuit, which claimed the elephants filed with an attorney. Well, it wasn't actually the elephants, I'm sure. The lawsuit, which claims 5 elephants at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado Springs are being held against their will. Trumpet once if you need help.
Yeah, exactly.
And are subsequently suffering undue stress and Dane Bramage. It's seeking for the heffalumps to be placed at a wildlife sanctuary where they can have more room to roam comfortably. Or as we say, comfortably.
That's right.
Or comfortably. Yeah, I'm done. If you're according to attorney Jake Davis with the Non-Human Rights Project, go ahead, let that sink in for a minute.
So they must be covering Congress as well.
No, see, that would be the unsandwich hit the floor people. Not really the same thing.
Sandwich hovering over the floor, people.
Hoovering.
Hoover. No, maybe.
If that'd be wrong.
Yeah, whatever.
Can we use Roomba or is that trademarked? If you are in an environment where you could only, the Roomba dam.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wait, that wouldn't work.
No, see, you
The
can't do
Roomba,
that.
oops.
Yeah.
The Roomba stand.
Whatever. Roomba
If
stand.
you are in an environment, says this knob job from Non-Human Rights Project, where you could only walk 100 yards in each direction and you could never leave and you were suffering damage to your brain as a result of that environment because there was so little for you to do, I think you'd agree that you were being imprisoned against your will. Are you kidding? They do way more than most teenagers in the basement.
Well, they get 3 hots and a squat. I mean, who could be?
They have thumbs. They'd be playing video games.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, he says that's exactly what's happening to these elephants. I'm not sure how he knows. What is the baseline for elephant brain damage? The lawsuit first lost in district court. And this week, attorneys for the elephants, Jambo, Kimba, Lulu, Lucky, and Missy, appealed to the state Supreme Court because apparently elephants have a boatload of money.
And I can imagine the lawyer saying to him, and iron that darn suit when we get into court, would you? Before we get to court, just iron it.
Look how shabby the knees around it are. Come on. He was found later in a large clump of elephant stuff. Davis argues the elephants should be granted expanded civil rights utilizing a all this word changing is going to kill me.
Yep.
Utilizing a constitutional doctrine known as habeas corpus. Can we say corpus?
I don't know.
Which allows humans the right to challenge in court when they believe they are being wrongfully imprisoned. So apparently Trumpet once, if you're being held against your will, was correct. Elephants live in multi-generational, matriarchal herds. They raise their young, they mourn their dead, they hold vigils over the deceased. They collaborate, they communicate, they plan for tomorrow, they remember the past, said David.
They dance a pas de deux when they feel like it. Though the
Well,
tutus are kind of hard to find. They have to be custom made.
I know they dance in that Winnie the Pooh movie.
They sure did.
I would challenge you by saying there are numerous humans who can't advocate for themselves, who can't enter into a legal contract, who can't tell you what they want, including the tomato toast. Can I say comatose?
I don't know, but I think tomato toast is pretty good for those who just won't wake up.
But they're granted rights, and yes, that's the difference. And he graduated to law school from somewhere. They're granted rights, so we think the law should expand to those rights to autonomous, extraordinarily cognitively complex individuals like elephants. No, see, the key difference here is elephants are elephants.
Aminules?
Yeah. And humans are humans. Got nothing to do with the fact they can't actually voice their opinion. Asked why they're only taking this argument for the elephants at the zoo and not the other animals, Davis said, "We have 7 of the world's most renowned elephant scientists supporting our legal arguments with elephant science," he said with a straight face, "and this is decades upon decades of study. Without this science, the elephant science previously mentioned, we wouldn't be able to make the arguments we do now. But we have not identified a species that has as much scientific backing about the autonomous nature, the extraordinary cognitive complexity that elephants possess, although there were several penguins who seemed to be flipping them off." But John Suthers,
How do you know?
well, you can't really tell, but hey,
like
if he's telling me what elephants are thinking,
Yep. I hear you.
I'm a grandfather. I get to do all the animal voices for the kids
Yep.
and tell you exactly what the animals mean.
Ooh, this is good.
John Suthers, an attorney for the zoo, says it should be up to the legislators to decide whether animals should receive expanded rights, not the courts. Thank you. You mean the legislative branch should, what's the word?
Legislate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word.
Except their brain sandwich hits the floor.
The Colorado legislature. Oh, this is going to be a hard time. The Colorado legislature has weighed in and banned elephants and other types of animals in circuses. What fun is a circus without the elephants?
When was the last time you were at a circus? Seriously.
Oh, I don't know, circa 1981, maybe.
Circus.
83.
Yeah, I haven't been circus since Ian was what, 6?
Yeah, I think that'd be about right. We have when Cara. But it's hard to tell them apart when you see them.
Yeah.
When I don't think I went with the girls ever, but I went with my kids.
Yeah, okay.
Where was I now? They've weighed in, banned elephants and other types of animals in circuses. Well, that takes lion taming out of the picture. But interesting. I mean, where's the thrill there of the thought that maybe that lion will go, that's enough of this. Interestingly enough, the Colorado legislature specifically said it's appropriate for elephants to be exhibited in zoos that are AZA accredited.
Is it possible that this lawyer also represents the AZA?
Well, no, he's the zoo attorney.
Oh, he's the zoo's attorney. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Cheyenne Mountain Sioux, SOO, right? Sioux? So? This place, the Cheyenne Mountain something or other, has the highest AZA accreditation possible.
It must be zoo. That's a typo. Yeah, that's a typo.
In fact, it got a perfect score in its last accreditation, so take that, you heffalump lovers. He says the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, often referred to as a SO, has dedicated significant resources and time over the last several years to improve elephant habitats, as well as the welfare of all their animals. Suthers believes the non-human rights projects are morons and idiots and should probably be put in a home with straitjackets where they can't hurt anyone. While he probably believes that, he actually said the non-human rights projects continued failed attempts to bring these kind of suits are simply stunts to drum up donations. No.
You think?
Can we use sarcasm?
Sure.
All right. No.
Say, Thai police. Oh, God, I'm sorry. You're not done.
More than
yet.
24 law professors from the University of Denver have written to the state Supreme Court supporting the elephants.
Well, I think they see a new revenue stream here.
So apparently, elephants are smart, and we are still a stupid species.
Yep.
Oh, heavens.
Yep. Elephants truly are smart. They're very interesting creatures. Thai police. What?
I'm just trying to figure out, like, another attorney wrote a brief supporting the elephants.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't think the case can win, but he believes it's, and I quote now, a worthy cause.
He said he spelled worthy with dollar signs, right?
No, but I think that's like part of his at the top.
Yeah.
Attorney David Lane. Dollar.
Zoo chasing lawyer.
Just think, now you don't have to chase ambulance. Now you can just go to the zoo, take the kids, walk around, go, let's sue for them, Michelle.
That fish is really ticked off.
The scariest freaking part is if I am a justice on the Colorado Supreme Court,
Yep.
I have to make a ruling on this come this fall.
Without laughing. Or crying.
I don't that might be harder.
So, once again, the Thai police have an image problem. Little more than 10% of the public has confidence in the Royal Thai Police.
How about the unroyal Thai police?
I don't know. Disroyal. They have long been dogged by a reputation for corruption and brutality. In one of the better-known cases from 2022, a court sentenced an officer dubbed Joe Ferrari for his taste in fast cars to life in prison for introducing a suspect to the choir invisible while trying to extort $60,000. So, in an attempt to boost their image, the Kingdom's Central Investigation Bureau, CIB, summoned 96 of the fiercest officers to fight each other in a full-contact mixed martial arts tournament.
No, I didn't see that coming.
Ruminate on that for just a second. Just the cops combat competition.
We hereby order.
And here they're known for brutality. So what are we going to do? We're going to have them fight.
Beat the snot out of each other.
Yeah.
Shrewd.
The cops combat competition involved contestants in 3-minute bouts using full contact fighting styles from Thai kickboxing and Japanese jiu-jitsu.
And Phil, the unnamed martial art.
Right. Winners get 5,000 baht, which is about $136, and the honor of subduing the suspect.
So you're going to win this thing. You probably have a concussion, probably a sprain or a break, and you get $136.
What about a contest where they score points by helping little old ladies across the street? What about a contest
something like that?
They get
a cat out of a tree.
Get half a point for not abusing a member of the public.
Oh, that would take so long. You know how you like to have running tallies?
Yeah.
Like this for decades. Oh, well. Another reason why Thailand is a vacation spot for the perverse in our society.
Yeah.
Communion at a Central Florida church took an unexpected turn.
Did they start calling the communion wafers Jesus?
No. Communion at the Central Florida church took the turn because there was an argument that broke out that ended up with a priest biting a church member, although actually that might not be correct as a church member. It all went down on Sunday at St. Thomas Aquinas Church in St. Cloud, Florida. Because this would never happen in St. Cloud, Minnesota, because even though they're really liberal there now, it's much too conservative for that. Police are recommending the priest, Father Fidel, be charged with battery. The incident happened during Mass. Parishioners were receiving, guess what?
Eucharist. Yeah.
The unidentified woman told St. Cloud police that the scuffle started when she tried to receive communion and was denied. Which, by the way, is the priest's prerogative.
Yeah. How do they tell you you're not getting it?
Well, hang on, just wait.
Okay. I don't know.
He wouldn't give me the cookie. I don't. Okay.
Now there's a good idea.
I gave up. I was Roman Catholic for the first 19, 20 years of my life.
Yep.
No one ever once referred to the Eucharist as the cookie. So my guess is she's not exactly the most devout of Roman Catholics.
Yeah, but this opens up a whole new thing. I'd like the Oreo, please.
I d-
You have a Fig Newton? This is the body of Christ. And this Fig Newton for you. What?
Once again, grateful for Zoom. Wouldn't give me the cookie. Don't know if it was the way I was dressed or if it was what I like. If it is what I like. Can you guess where that's leading to? The woman could be heard saying on the police-worn body cam video. A witness told police that the woman was singled out because of her sexuality and attire.
Oh.
Setup, yeah.
Okay.
He tried to forcefully shove it in her mouth. She backed up, the witness told police. She said, "No, don't do that," and she tried to get it, and that is when he went crazy. The priest told a different story. He told officers that the woman came to the 10 o'clock mass, but didn't seem to know the process of receiving communion, which is kind of a giveaway.
Yep.
So he denied her the bread wafer. Do you know why they do that? Because it's dangerous. Read the book.
Mm-hmm.
Fidel told officers that the woman came back to another service and tried again. But this time he had the confrontation. But this time he said the confrontation happened when she tried to grab the wafer from his hand, which was, I suppose, in her mind when he was, shoving it in her mouth. What?
Yeah, somebody here's not telling the truth.
He
period.
did admit he bit the woman and told police he was protecting the wafer because to him it's considered the body of Christ.
Yes.
I'm not judging you. I'm asking you, did you confess after Mass? If you did not confess, I cannot give you communion, is what he told her. And the officers.
Okay.
I bit her. I'm not denying that. I'm defending myself in the sacrament. Police also told officers he didn't know or care about the woman or what her sexual orientation is and really doesn't give a hoot one way or the other. Yeah, this has all the feelings of a setup. 9 investigates. Shannon Butler spoke to Father Fidel, who did not want to answer any questions and hung up the phone. Well, duh. There's a legal case going on.
Right. And he's right to not talk.
9 investigates also reached out to the Catholic Diocese of Orlando for a comment. They told Channel 9.
Weren't they all at Disney? You're welcome.
Oh, leave me alone. Ruby Red Dress. On Sunday, May 19th, at St. Thomas Aquinas Church, St. Cloud, a woman came through Father Fidel Rodriguez's Holy Communion line, appeared unaware of the proper procedure. After a brief exchange with the woman, it was determined that she was neither prepared nor disposed to participate in communion. Father Rodriguez gave the woman a blessing and advised her to receive the sacrament of penance before coming back to receive Holy Communion, i.e. Eucharist.
Mm-hmm.
The same woman arrived at the noon Mass because, that was 2 hours.
Yep.
She was in his line. When he asked if she had done the confession, she stated it was none of his business. Again,
the problem is it is exactly his business.
Might be another little small proof text that she's not exactly.
Yeah, he gets to make that choice. I'm sorry.
At that time, Father Rodriguez offered the woman Holy Communion on the tongue, but at that point, the woman forcefully placed her hand in the vessel and grabbed some sacred communion hosts, crushing them. Yes.
Was it the vessel with the pestle?
No, that had the pellet with the poison.
Oh, so
yeah.
Flagon with the dragon had the
No, the flagon with the dragon was broken.
Oh.
Or was it the chalice from the palace?
Chalice from the palace got broken, so they had to go with the flagon.
That's right.
With
So
the dragon.
The flagon with the dragon has the brew that is true,
Mm-hmm.
and the vessel with the pestle has a pellet with the poison.
Yes.
I don't know why Danny K couldn't figure that out. Where was I? Oh yeah, she's grabbing at the wafers and smushing them up. Having only one hand free, Father Rodriguez struggled to restrain the woman as she refused to let go of the hosts. Now, to some of you, it's a giggle thing. The other thing, this is really important.
Well, for some people, it's going to be horrifying. For me, it's hilarious. It's like a Keystone Cop sort of religious thing to me. She's just
she
has no idea what she's doing.
How many church robberies do you remember when we were kids?
Not many.
Hardly any.
Yeah.
And now you hear about one every month or two.
Okay.
Ugly ones. If they're not robberies, they're just defacing.
Sure.
Same thing, only this would be worse in my head. Father Rodriguez.
I still think it's funny, but I'm Methodist.
Yeah. That's Christian, right? Father Rodriguez. It's not a contest. Well, it is. Father Rodriguez struggled to restrain the woman as she refused to let go of the hose. When the woman pushed him and reacting to a perceived act of aggression, Rodriguez bit her hand so she would let go of the hose she had grabbed. The woman was immediately asked to leave, please.
I would pay almost anything just to be in that service.
If only there were a video. It would go viral. It should be noted for the father had no prior knowledge of the woman's background, which probably would have helped in the situation.
Yeah, I'm thinking she's not all mentally there.
No. Oh, I think she is exactly there.
Oh, yeah? She's
Yeah.
making a point, you think?
Set up.
Ah, okay.
You've seen these.
Oh, yeah.
Further, while the Diocese of Orlando does not condone physical altercations such as this, in good faith, Father Rodriguez was simply attempting to prevent an act of desecration to the communion wafers.
Mm-hmm.
They're still investigating, and the police, for some reason, think that the priest should be charged with battery.
Well, bitery, maybe.
Now I'm really glad we're on Zoom because that's Florida and we're up here. St. Cloud, Minnesota, I'd be a little worried because that's only 30 minutes away.
Yeah, man, that's a
There
problem.
could be collateral damage.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.